He's saying you were always.
Yeah, he was a.
It's
Working. It's working. It's working.
This guy's grooming you. That camera guy was
A DEI hired. A DEI hired. DEI hired. I've been saying that. It's because like I don't want to offend. Like he's my brother. Look. Oh, he retired.
Oh yeah, that's right. Your time is up. My time is now. Shout out. You mister, you can't see me. John Cena.
When do you retire?
Christmas Day.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Christmas Day.
It was the last fight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think.
No, it wasn't Christmas Day, man. That's what you think. It was like a week or two before that. Yes, it's been a while.
Damn, how long has it been since we did our last fight? 2 weeks now?
2 weeks.
Damn. But we're here, man. Another day. Another dollar. And more Christ. Let's get into it today, man. So we're just coming off of Christmas. If you don't realize, what do you guys do for Christmas? Do you guys get any gifts?
Yeah, man.
What do you got, man?
St. Christopher pendant, and then bear clothes. Catholic stuff, you know.
What about you? Oh, this guy got a big bucket of coal, I already know.
I'm a good youth, man. The Lord bless you with an LCBO gift card.
Nice.
And then
the Lord bless you.
and then I got
True Catholic.
a shower head. They hit the coochie, you know. What'd you get, man?
It was another great day of life, man.
Jeez. Nice, bro.
I took some long deep breaths.
Yeah,
man.
And you savored it, didn't you?
Oh my gosh. O2.
Jeez.
Golly,
As you get older, Christmas just becomes more and more just like a day.
Yeah.
Another regular day. But so you have your family and you can make it special again.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My family ain't get to experience it though.
Why?
Why?
Because consumerism.
Consumerism?
Yeah.
It's a time of giving, man.
Did you give anything?
Unfortunately, not this year, man.
Okay.
I didn't have anybody to give to as much this
What do
year.
you mean?
What do you mean?
You don't have friends.
Your family, your friends.
You're right. I guess I just didn't take the time to really step
Appreciate your
out
friends?
and
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But then again, my friends don't really appreciate me. But that's another story.
Yo, fam, I just give you knowledge, fam.
All the time. I spend all the day.
All the time. You don't give us nothing back in return, fam. Other than foolishness.
In one ear and out the other, man. Anyways. I want to touch back on what we were talking about last time.
What were we talking about?
The $10 trillion.
Oh, that again?
Yeah, man. Versus 50 minutes with Christ.
It was 10
And
minutes.
It was 10 minutes.
The 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Bro, I look back at it now. I feel like I drew this stuff.
Taking the money?
Taking the money. Because it's like, bro. Fam, like, a man really sold Christ.
For shekels.
For shekels.
Yeah.
But you're not really selling Christ. You have an opportunity to speak with him or have money. You could use that money in the name of Christ.
Yeah, but if I'm not doing something right now with money.
You don't have money to do things yet.
No. I have money. I have money to do stuff with.
$100? $1 trillion. Like, what?
Bro, what? I feel like 15 minutes or 10 minutes with Christ is more important? Honestly.
I think it's just selfish, to be honest. I think with the $1 trillion, you can actually, like, if you're not gonna be an evil white person, then you can actually make a big change in the world by, like, you could build churches in the name of Christ. You could solve world hunger. You could make shelter for homeless people. Like, there's so many things you could do with that money, and then you and your family will be blessed. Other than a conversation with Christ, what realistically wouldn't change anything in your life other than a mindset. Maybe that. And that's only if you believe in what he's saying. Because that's if he answers the question you ask in the way you like it. Because we are humans.
Well, I've experienced Christ in this lifetime, but never in a moment of face to face.
And you will when you die.
So,
you're just trying to expedite the process. Because I feel like you literally, if you're actually...
Well, I have some questions I want to ask.
What would Christ do? What would Christ do? I think Christ would pick the money and do things in the name of his Father.
Christ wouldn't need to do that.
Well, Christ would be like, I don't want to see myself again.
Christ wouldn't pick the money.
Christ would pick the money. Yes, he would.
Picking the money, like I told you, because I never switched up. Like I said at the beginning, like, just solving the issues wouldn't solve anything else. Remember, we're threefold.
That's facts.
Solving the physical won't solve every other problem that comes along with
that. Or
that.
helping multiple issues.
It
doesn't mean that you are gonna save everyone, but you are gonna save a lot.
Like,
I feel like
what I will say.
Hold on. How many people are you gonna save with a conversation with Christ versus $100 trillion?
Well, like the thing is, like, if like I'm picking something like that, then I would have like, like, more knowledge than anybody else if I actually look. But no, because like look, like I said, I'll use a real world example. I don't know if you guys saw, even though I don't agree with what Kaisanat said, in a sense I do understand it as I am, like, I'm learning more about the stuff. He said that even like, remember the Streamer Awards? He was talking about how, like, to take care of your mental health. Yeah, look at what he's thought. Like, look at like how much money he has and how much he can do and everything that he said he's going to be doing. But one, he hasn't done it, and he said he's fighting mental health issues. Money is not going to solve everything. You can solve, like that. Like I said, he once lived in a place where literally rats were there, and then he got the money, but now he has other issues. Mm-hmm. The money won't solve every single issue.
Yes, but a conversation with Jesus
would be a lot. No, it wouldn't solve. It would solve a lot.
It would solve your own personal issues.
It would solve. Well, the thing is, it would solve a lot because, like, the thing that the main reason for you to be here is to actually help others. The whole
money would literally help others.
No. The thing is, no. You didn't let me finish. And the thing is, for like the way I see it is, your duty here is to help awaken others. And when you talk about awaken others, it's never to awaken them with money. It's always awaken them within.
You're thinking that, like, you're gonna just first, like, buy their awakening or buy the fam. You're literally trying to just give them a basic need. A lot of people don't have.
No, I understand what you're talking about, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I used that's why I used a Kaiser example, because, like, even though you solve the basic needs, because come on, living with rats is not having basic needs, right? And that's what I'm saying. It's like, you need to understand that, like, yes, he will solve the basic needs, but there's still more underlying problems, right? There's like and I will say yes, like I said, the physical is affecting. That's what the flesh is. That's what always talks about everything else about, like, rejecting the flesh completely. That, like, especially people that get really, really rich usually end up being more and more sad. Like, it's always going to be like that. Why? Because they always focus on the physical all the time.
Yeah, but rich and sad and poor inside.
Yeah, but the thing is but you're saying that because you're on one side. You're on one side, and you're seeing it the other side. But once you're in that side, now you understand, right? So you're talking out of a place of. No, I understand. Like I said, bro, I come from a third world country. Like, I understand what that means, but at the same time, you're still viewing it in the sense of, like, I don't have that, so it must be better that side. And yes, you will have more than you have now, but at the same time, you're not going to be fulfilling every single thing. Your whole thing, you have to build everything up. It's not just the physical, and because the physical, everything else. No, you have to build all of them simultaneously.
Yes,
that's what awakening each other. Like,
the option is not you fulfilling any other thing. The option was either you personally having a conversation with Christ and you don't know what you're gonna ask him, you don't know what responses you're gonna
get. You don't know.
But don't know because you don't know what the fuck he's gonna say.
Well, personally, like the thing is, like
you can't say personally.
What you answer?
Yes, you do not know what he is gonna say.
Answer,
well, the thing is,
you don't know what is gonna change once you get that answer. Like that's literally like the base concept of it. Okay?
Well, if you think about it, look.
With with $1 trillion, you can literally put churches in communities that never had churches. You can now have pastors go visit the schools, have missionaries to go and actually put the name of Christ towards people who don't get the opportunity to see it. So that's like putting your money working with Christ.
Yeah.
You're thinking like, oh, just because this person has money, he may not actually be happy himself. But that's the thing. That's still something he'll have to work on for himself because again, we are human. So even after Christ gives us his answer, we may be like, oh, this is not what I was actually thinking he was gonna say, and that might again make you sad or make you
but that's the thing. But like I said, look, what the way Azim phrased it, right? Like personally, I don't know what he's going to ask, but I'm speaking from what I would ask, right? And the thing is, like, a lot of the things, like you're saying, like, oh, we don't know what he's gonna say, but well, a lot of what he's going to say is a lot of what he already gave us. It's just that a lot of what we see from the Bible is what we see either, like I said, there's like almost like many different ways you can look at the Bible. It's not just like, you know, like at face value, right? There's a lot of things within that. Like, let's say, Azim, you know Jacob's ladder, right? Jacob's ladder.
What's that?
When you had a dream about, like, you know, seeing angels come down and everything like that. What Jacob's ladder is actually symbolically and allegorically talking about is about raising yourself, awakening from within, instead of using, like, you know, instead of, you know, completely wasting, you know, your like, as I talked about before, creation seed, you actually raise it up and everything like that. That's where people get that Christ consciousness type of thing like that, but in a proper way. That's what it talks about. So like, it's not just about, you know, Jacob having a dream about that stuff. Like, everything that he would talk about, like, I would want to ask how to explain it, and, you know, and I guess in easier terms to understand, instead of trying to be like really, you know, because like people can read a lot of books, but if they're not, in a word, initiated, they won't understand what the book is saying. You need to be able to experience things yourself to be able to understand a lot of things. So like I said, like people that like, because look, watch, money is just karma incarnate, right? Everything you've done well in life, it just comes back to you. So if you have done good, money will come back to you, right? So that's always going to be a thing. So that's why working on everything together is good, because if you're doing good and everything like that, then karma will come back to you. Yeah, that's but that's the thing. Like,
rich.
But who?
This guy.
Why?
Because you're a good person.
I'm far from good.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that's what you like.
You're a good person, man.
He is a good person and stuff like that. But remember, like, he is a good person, but at the same time, we also don't know what he has done to accumulate bad karma and stuff like that, right? Like, only you know yourself, right? Right? You just look at yourself. You called him a good person. You didn't say I'm a good person, knowing that because what you see from the outside, you assume he's extremely good, so he deserves it. You don't know what he has done. You don't. Yeah, exactly. So
if he has me a little 1-2 times, that's okay.
No, it's not okay.
It is okay. Because you repent. You're a good person.
But let us say, like, there's a lot of things.
You're not killing kids. You're not
there's
killing,
a lot of things.
Nigerian Christians. You're not funding a war in Sudan.
How do you know?
Well, technically you are. You're buying Apple products, so.
Yeah. There you go. See? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's very hard to, like, understand what Christ really, like, if you don't know why you're asking Christ, then of course you're gonna have the mindset where, like, what if he doesn't give me what I want? Well, right there, you don't even understand what you're asking. You're just thinking he's gonna ask something randomly, and he doesn't give you what you're like. No, you need to actually. That's what I'm saying. When I give the example about the book, people can read a lot of books but not understand what the hell they're saying because they're not actually experienced what actually the book's trying to talk about, right? That's why you can read like he could read the Bible, and no offense, you're Protestant, he sees it one way, whereas I read it a Catholic way, and I see it a different way, right? Not throwing shit, but I'm explaining it to you.
It's because every time you put no offense.
It's because, like, I don't want to offend. Like, he's my brother. Look, he's my brother in Christ.
No,
but like, I
look at the Bible. The way I look at it is like, say like a Proverbs. You read it, and then you go through your day to day, and something that you see that you already read in the book, you try to basically do in real life, and then in real life you see that, like, the result of what that scripture was saying, basically.
Are you saying that in general?
Yeah, in general. That's how we look at it.
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the way him and I look at the Bible is vastly different, right? Like, he just looks at it, I want to say, just like at face value and more symbolically. You see it more symbolically because if you didn't...
I see it mentally and physically.
Well, if you didn't see it symbolically, then you would think... Then you wouldn't think the Eucharist is cannibalism. That's the whole point. Right, you would understand that the presence of Christ is actually there
I
when
don't
you're...
see it as cannibalism.
Well, you've mentioned that as cannibalism before.
Yeah, but then
I thought you said it was symbolic.
It is symbolic.
It's symbolic, but also literal. It's also literal, right? Well, that's pretty. Oh,
you were always
yeah, he was a...
symbolic.
It's
Yeah.
working. It's working.
It's
working.
This guy's grooming you.
30 more episodes to go. 30 more.
Since that Stuart,
Nettle?
not metal.
Nettle.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
There was like a debate about it with an Orthodox guy.
Yeah.
I started reading about it, and I'm like, okay, so this is what it really means.
Yeah. See.
But at the same time, it still is symbolic in a way.
Yeah, it's still symbolic in a way, but he didn't say, hey, he didn't say to his apostle, be like, you see this represents me. No, he said, this is me, right? So in a way, it's a symbol, but at the same time, he didn't say, this represents me, this is a symbol of me. He said, this is me. And when you partake of this, you're eating me, right? And the way you looked at it before was straight cannibalism, right? So that's what I'm saying. So there's different levels of interpreting things, right? And he was before, let's say, at a, no offense, novice level, and now you're like getting better at it, and you know, come on.
So that's the same thing. It's always gonna happen that way. Because imagine instead of the conversation of Christ being just one person, imagine there's 10 people in there, and then you guys mutually agree to ask the same question, but like at least 7 of you guys will interpret it different ways. Because they're not initiated properly. That's what I'm saying. That's what he asked. But listen. He asked personal questions, right? Mm-hmm. What would you do? He asked you, and you said 10 trillion. Mm-hmm. He asked me, and I picked a time, right? So it depends on who you're asking. But personally speaking, I will, like I said, I'm not changing my mind. Mm-hmm. I'm not switching up. I'm still picking a time with Christ. Why? Because every single time I learn more and more about what it is, right? Which is like to the point that I've gone even a little more. Because like if you yes, I'm Roman Catholic, and I will always be Catholic. But I'm getting really, really attached to medieval Catholicism, which is even more mystical. Which is nothing wrong with that. No, come on. That's literally the most real one there. So that's what I'm saying. So it's more, the more I learn, the deeper and deeper I'm going, right? And I'm still barely scratching the surface. Yeah, I just know if I pick the money, I'll actually be able to. What I will say is, Neil, maybe he didn't pick himself saying that he's a good person. But I don't think Neil would do anything bad with the money. I generally don't think he would do anything bad. I don't think he'd turn into Diddy, you know? I don't think you could say anything about Neil, but I think he'd do good things, you know? Maybe a little fitty. I'll troll people. I wouldn't be mad at that. I'd support that. Yeah, I would, some saying, I could see Neil doing good things, you know? I don't think he has malice in his heart. But money does sometimes attract malice, so, who knows? I'll be a philanthropist. Because I already have so much money. The shit is just send me a couple billion, you know. A few million. I said a few million, bro. I gotta get you all the way there. You have to work towards something. You know what? You're right. Just like a 10. Just like a 10. Just like a 10. Forget that. That's in the city, you know? Yeah. Alright, lay up treasures in heaven. This is Matthew 6. Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth, where rot and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth or rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will also be. The eye is the lamp of the body. So if your eye is healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. If then the light in you is darkness, how great is the darkness? No one can serve 2 masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and money. In all the verse. Yeah. And I agree. I feel like with the money, you're not serving God and money. You're just serving God with money.
In a sense.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
In a sense.
Not in a sense, in literally.
No, because not everybody.
Because you
not
ask
everybody with that 10 trillion will do.
Yes, but not everybody. That's just a personal question. And you didn't have to work for the money. The money was just given to you. So it's different when you have all these connections. Like right now, when no one knows me.
Mm-hmm.
So if I just become rich, all of a sudden, no one's still gonna know me. I'm still the
Yeah,
freedom of
yeah, nobody with us really rich. Yeah.
Y'all know that trap by PMB Rock. I'm selfish. I want you all of myself. I swear.
Nah, man.
That's me, man. I'm sorry. I love Jesus. Don't shoot me, man.
Man, Batman.
No, I love God.
The man.
Yeah, only one. Only one.
Yeah.
Which is Jesus.
Yeah. Man, I love no man.
How about you, Chris?
Huh?
How about you, Chris? You love Christ?
Of course I love Jesus Christ.
Oh, ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, man. Want to know me?
Huh?
You love man?
No. Jesus
You
Christ.
love man?
No, Jesus Christ.
What was he?
Huh?
What was he?
He was God.
God.
He was man.
God in flesh.
As he?
Two natures.
As God.
As he?
As God.
Oh, so you give him to earth as God?
Came to earth as man.
Ah!
But
Shut up, bro.
Oh, man. Alright, well, on the next topic about men and our lustful needs.
in unemployment news.
Talil.
Unemployment news.
Ty Lily. Man,
This guy's out here.
what do you guys think? Do you guys hear about the story?
He's out here breaking backs and breaking hearts at the same time. It's actually crazy.
Perfect.
Out here, what's that girl's name?
Jordan Pauly.
Yeah, Jordan, whoever.
She's been in a lot of
She's a
other
hoe.
people's streams, basically.
Thought.
Trying to make a name for herself.
She's selling box.
Who do you guys believe?
Hmm?
Who do you guys believe?
Never the woman.
Never a woman?
What were the guys I believe in first?
Yo, I'm not talking.
I believe in me.
She's blackmailing me. She's lying on me, bro.
What the rocket?
Jordan requested 4,000, and then in the note it says for playing with me. And not trying to blackmail her. She's trying to extort me, gang. She's blackmailing me. She's lying on me, bro. That shit is fucked up. She's fucking lying on me, trying to destroy my image, bro. I got a fucking niece. I got a mother. I got fucking sisters. She fucking trying to blackmail me.
I know.
I got a fucking niece. She trying to blackmail me. I got a fucking niece. I fucking work hard every day for the shit I got, nigga. Fuck you talking about. And I never let anybody take that shit from me. Fuck out of here. This shit is right here. Only thing the girl had to show. Oh my God. This shit is right here, Sam. Yo, it says a Zelle request for $2,000 for playing with me. What the fuck? That's blackmail. What the fuck do she mean by for playing with me?
Yeah. I did ask him.
Let's move on.
You said yeah.
You asked her what?
I asked him if this was a good video, and he said yeah. Plus, he knew everything, so go ahead.
I guess I get to explain in mind.
Well, pretty much.
Okay.
Don't trust the hoe.
Never.
Because.
Would you wait? Hold on. Would you trust the hoes then?
He's a novice. You have to at least one.
I need to hear both sides. I'm sorry. Innocent. No. Innocent.
He's the type of man. Okay, so little backstory. I think 2K with this guy. All right. He's the type of nigga to trust someone else before he trusts his man. Alright, he's the type of nigga to pass the ball to random.
No, I just see opportunities.
Nah.
To trust other man?
Huh?
Yeah. The opportunities to trust other man?
All the time, fam. All the time. You good with both of them? say the quarter is 5 minutes, they'll have the ball in their hand for at least 3 whole minutes out of the whole 5 minutes. Yeah, put your head down and shit.
Yeah, put the head down. It's like nothing.
When he has his dogs and Mike.
So Zim, like, what if something happens? Like, what if like someone's accusing Neil? Would you not believe Neil before the girl?
No, I trust my masters.
So then what?
Trust my masters.
So, let the game down.
I mean, what in this situation? I don't know these guys. All right.
He's your brother in Christ, man.
Yeah, man.
This guy?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
The cheater.
Yeah.
So a lot of the apostles were, not the greatest, man. You're not gonna trust them.
No, the Bible says don't trust anyone.
Well. No, that makes sense.
Let's get to this.
Trust myself. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, she was doing too much. She was hoping that she would actually get paid. Cause that's probably what she does. Like
100%.
she goes to ball players. She might go to soccer players. They let her click and they send her some.
Kevin Durant.
Oh really?
Yeah.
See? Then they send her some money and she's like, you already know what it is. There's this girl breaking down her whole video and exposing her, and she's like, yo, this girl's just a straight liar. That because she in one of her old Twitch streams, she was saying, oh, how my rent is $13,000.
Oh, she break all the like
her income, yeah.
No.
And she was like, well, that is a lie because we looked on Zillow and that apartment is like $7,100 at tops.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like you're actually renting it out with other people, so at most you'll be spending like $1,000 something per person, and etc. And she's just like a whole bunch of shit she was lying about. Supposedly she really be making like probably like $5,000 a month.
Makes
Like
sense.
income. Yeah. But I'm like, you just need to shut the fuck up. Why don't you just expose yourself on the internet?
Man, talking about exposing. Freaking, there was this lady on TikTok. Basically, like, Trump had dropped a new bill. Basically, I forgot what the bill was for. And somebody in the comment section was basically talking trash to her or whatever. So she drives 3 hours from her state to another state, finds where this guy is working, pulls out her phone, and says, hey, is your name John, whatever. So you were the one that dropped this hate comment in my inbox a couple weeks ago, right? And she's like, oh, just make sure when you're making your hate speech or whatever, that you don't put your address, nothing like where you work and all of that, or else somebody like me will pull up.
That's good.
Yeah.
I gotta start moving like this guy, mask up. No one knows shit.
So a lot of stuff, man. But on to another news. We got Minnesota, Somaliland.
Somaliland.
Memphis.
What's going on there, guys?
I don't know. You told me, man.
You don't know? You don't know?
Oh, the Somali mans.
Yeah, what's going on?
The scammers. Big scammers, yeah.
So we got this journalist here, Nick Shirley. He went over to Minnesota. Don't start the video yet before I explain, please. Thank you. He went over to Minnesota, visited some daycares that are being funded by the government, basically. And they're basically run by Somalis down there. But, what's it called, like, they go visit there and there's no kids inside the daycare, but these guys are getting funded like 1.5 million, 2 million for each of these daycares. So now you can start video, Mr. Man.
Here in Minnesota, massive fraud is taking place within the government and the Somali population. Here, this building alone, Quality Learning Center, is a daycare, yet they spelled learning wrong. And they said leering. This daycare alone in 2025 has received $1.9 million from the government. And the strange things about these childcare centers is There's no one here right now. It's midday on a weekday. If you were to try to go inside, it's completely closed and the windows are all blacked out. No one's working, midday. Children should be in here, and this place is licensed for 99 children, and this is the outside. There's no windows, no nothing. And like I said, they literally spelled the word wrong on their sign. This is open and blatant fraud taking place here inside of Minnesota. The government is complicit with this, and this is just one of the hundreds of child daycare centers here inside of Minneapolis being ran by the Somali population. It's sad that it's happening here in Minnesota, and it stinks that it's happening and it's being labeled on the Somali population. However, that's just the facts of what's happening here inside of Minnesota. $1.9 million for this daycare center that can't even spell learning right.
Honestly, they're smart. I gotta check them out for some creative shit like this.
One of many, bro. Like,
finesse the government. You already don't do shit for you, fam. Finesse the cheeks out of them, you know.
Yeah, it's all fun and games until the citizens of that area catch all the income tax and everything. I have to pay for it.
Man, where the fuck is the tax money going?
To Ukraine.
So then, let's use it for ourselves. Like, what?
Like, you know what I mean, man?
The government's a waste of space, yo.
It doesn't. But scam doesn't benefit anybody, though.
What do you mean? It benefits you.
Benefits you.
And your people, and whoever you invest in.
But drains the freaking economy.
They already drained it.
So,
Inflation is. Yes, add on to it. They're gonna make it disappear. Look what Biden did to the student loans. Poof.
Bro,
It was gone.
I don't feel like adding another liability.
Now the liability is the income process.
Income for other people. Not the community.
What do you mean it's not the community? There's probably all this money is probably going back to the Somali community.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like
America sucks, so.
America, it's all over the world, yeah.
I have a question for y'all. Do you guys view Somalis as ethnicity or not?
The Africans.
I don't they like separate themselves from that?
Yeah, but the Africans don't matter. They separate.
No, I know that they are. But you know how they are, yeah.
I don't know. I have Somalians. Like, if I ask them what they are, they say they're Somalian.
Yeah.
Which is great. Like,
Yeah, they are Somalians.
yeah, but
like,
if you ask African people like where they're from, they usually say their country. They'll say like I'm African.
yeah, like nobody's saying like.
Unless they talk to a white person, then they say like, I'm African. And then when they go, we're in Africa, then they go say it. But like, when you talk to like other regular people, they just say where they're from.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think more Middle Eastern people would try and say they're not like African in that type of sense.
Middle Eastern?
Yeah.
Like which ones? Like from.
Pakistan, Iran.
The Pakistan's
Asia.
Pakistan's Asia.
South Asia.
It's not in.
It's Morocco, Algeria.
Don't some mans not consider like mans from Sudan non-African?
No, they're not.
Some of them actually quantify themselves as not that.
Yeah. Like even
See, they're saying some people in Ethiopia, some people in Somalia.
like like obviously like you've heard of Fresh and Fit. They say Myron's not black.
Well, he's Sudanese.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, they just all try to look like the Dominicans. I'm not black, puppy. I'm not. You know black. You know black. Fam, everyone just doesn't want to be black. It's okay. Gotta be real special to be black.
I guess.
There's power in being black. You get the government funds.
I know. Oh my gosh. Am I a victim? I'm a victim.
DEI, man. They have the same shit here.
Bro, I'm too skilled to be DEI. No. Come on, man.
Our camera guy was our DEI.
Yeah.
The DEI higher. I've been saying that.
DEI freaking. What's it called? I can't even say it. Never mind. Shit, broke.
Just move on to the next one.
Next video.
Before you play, explain
Before you
it.
play.
Nah, don't explain it. Just watch.
Yeah, just watch it.
Nigeria.
Yeah, just say that. That's it.
News, the US have just sent airstrikes to Nigeria. Donald Trump has just sent airstrikes to Nigeria to hit the ISIS targets in the northwest of the country. Trump has called these militants terrorist scum and has said that violence against innocents had to be stopped. The US African Command has said that the strikes took place at Nigeria's request, or in other words, Nigeria asked America for the airstrikes. Multiple ISIS fighters were unalive due to the airstrikes. The exact number is still not yet disclosed, and these airstrikes happened exactly on Christmas Day. Nigeria's insecurity involves multiple extremist groups and victims across communities. In the past, Nigeria's leaders have emphasized sovereignty and often pushed back against foreign military involvement, saying that they can handle security internally. This request for US help marks a noticeable change in tone. And while officials say that the strikes happened at Nigeria's request, it raises questions about whether worsening ISIS-linked violence left them with few real options, making the request more out of necessity than a preference. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts about this whole situation.
Supposedly, they hit the northwestern Nigeria because it's close to Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that they could start actually controlling those areas. Because those areas, like Niger, is the number one exporter of uranium to make nuclear power.
Yeah,
Burkina Faso.
Yeah, that's what Israel is stole from the US. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So they're trying. That's why they're trying to open that area, so they kind of like sneak into a covert meeting.
I feel like they gave them an excuse
to start invading the other
side.
Yeah,
because they weren't really doing anything until we got the news that
How close is Nigeria to the Middle East?
It's like on the
two countries pretty much,
bro.
Because north of Nigeria is Niger, Chad, Libya. And then you go to like Egypt and then Saudi Arabia. So like 4 countries northeast. Yeah. So maybe let's see from here.
Now how close is that to Israel?
It's on the west side, and Israel's on the east side of Africa.
Okay, never mind.
Well, no, out Africa.
It's a 3-day drive. Actually, that's not bad.
That's kind of close.
Yeah.
For being a 3-day drive, it's kind of close.
3-day drive from Nigeria to
Israel? The northeast.
Because what I will say is like a huge reason why Israel was attacking like a lot of those places like Lebanon, all those places like Iran and everything, was because they want to destabilize the area to start taking over. That's the whole point of it. And if they're attacking getting more uranium, they're trying to get more.
Fun fact: did you know ChatGPT uses more water bottles?
Yeah, they use bare water. They use bare water.
More water than water bottle companies this year.
Yeah, it's okay.
They have to cool down all the data centers they be having all around the world. It's
mad.
Water is gonna be the next commodity, lucrative commodity to buy. Like if you actually get stock into water, probably in the next 25 to 30 years, it will actually be like a valuable.
I feel like it'll be a lot sooner than that because think about it. Look how much water has been consumed by just ChatGPT alone, right? Mm-hmm. Now ChatGPT has competitors now with XAI, with Opus AI, with all the Google its own thing. So all those things. DC is still behind.
But do they use fresh water or do they use seawater?
I think they do use seawater.
Okay, isn't there a lot of that?
Yeah, there's a lot of
fresh
there's
water.
A lot
then
of that.
I would be a little scared.
Yeah, there's a lot of that as well. But they know how they're gonna move. Be like they're running out or some shit like that.
Running out of seawater is crazy. There's so much.
There is some. What I will say is there's a lot more. There's a lot more fresh water than they let on. There's a lot more because, like I said, remember, flat earther here, right? So if you believe in that flat earth theory, right? If you see it explained, right? There's a lot more. There's water under us and above us, so there's a lot more reserves of water.
We only explored 30% of the oceans, though.
Yeah, remember. So if you believe in the the real Earth, right? If you believe in that,
the fake Earth, yeah.
No, the real Earth, the real Earth, right? If you believe in that, there's a lot more fresh water than they let on. It's just that they make it seem like there's not.
Yeah, I do believe that there's a good amount of fresh water. Because even like a Canada alone has like, what, 40% of the world's freshwater reserves.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Fire. Oh yeah, true.
And so, I don't think we have to worry about water for a long time, but like, the way this is a capitalist society, how we're moving right now.
Can you check to see if they're using fresh water? Because that'll be insane if they're using fresh water.
It would be insane.
Yeah, it's like they're tripping. Because I like, why not just set them up in Antarctica, these data centers?
Oh shit! But it'll probably like freeze the servers, and like getting.
But with how hot it gets, just like how they can be, Like if they can do a lot of what they do now, they can definitely pull something there, Plus, they already have a bunch of bases up there because they did sign that treaty where nobody can go over there. Only military personnel can be there.
That is true. They be doing too much. Data centers use different types of water depending on the cooling system design and location.
Yeah, I think salt water would fuck up the thing, because salt does fuck up the. So I think they are using fresh water.
Main type of water usage in data center cooling is potable water. So municipal water. Clean, drinkable city water used mainly in
invest in water, bro. Invest in water. Nah, invest in water, bro. What the fuck?
Used mainly in evaporating cooling systems, cooling towers, non-potable reclaimed water, treated wastewater not safe to drink, increasingly common in modern large-scale data centers. After that, closed-loop chilled water, often mixed with glycol that circulates continuously. Heat is removed via chillers or dry coolers. Seawater or surface water, location specific. Used in few coastal or lakeside facilities. Typically run through heat exchangers, not directly over equipment. Dielectric liquids, not water but worth noting. Used in immersion cooling systems. Servers are immersed in non-conductive fluids. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's it. So, some places use seawater if it's like close to them, but mainly
the certain seawaters.
What?
Didn't it say certain seawaters?
Yeah, seawater. Yeah, seawater or surface water. Location specific.
Yeah, see location. Yeah. Oh no, yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah. So if they make a data center like in Jamaica, they'll probably use the seawater.
Okay.
What? How much electricity I wonder they take?
A lot.
Probably. All those Bitcoin miners. I remember during COVID when China was cracking down on all the Bitcoin miners and they were warehouses filled with GPUs. It's like, how do you even run that? Like, do you have like one master computer to like check everything?
You just do. You just have that one master computer. They just have a bunch of GPUs hooked up to it. Yeah.
That's crazy. That computer should explode, man. What the fuck?
That's what they be having, like AC running and shit like that. They have actual setups to cool it down. Yeah, because it gets really hot.
That's crazy. You should do that, yeah. You're a Bitcoin mastermind.
I don't know if you. I don't think my brain could manage all of that.
Alright. Well, next on the list, we have Azim's daddy.
Who?
Your dad,
MJ, fam.
Why is he my dad now?
Your dad, fam. MJ. Not Michael Jordan. Michael Jackson. Out here chilling with Chris's daddy.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Mr. Epstein. Hey. So, the Justice Department released photos from Jeffrey the Epstein's files.
Saying Epstein. It's Epstein.
With Michael Jackson and former President Bill Clinton. Do you guys believe these? Like, do you think that these photos incriminate any of these people?
Click the second picture. That one. You guys see that, right?
Who's the woman?
Diana Ross.
Oh.
Right, now exit that. Watch, scroll down. Read that right there.
What,
it's kind of blurry. Can you make it bigger? Are you able to make the screen?
Press the community notes, buddy.
I got you. The first picture was taken by Epstein's Palm Beach house. Previously revealed that Michael Jackson visited for financial advice. The second was on December 19th. 2003 for the Democratic National Committee. 3
covered
faces are MJ's 2 kids and Diana Ross's son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, so they're trying to incriminate MJ. Why? Because MJ was one of the early noticers. He noticed a lot of things, and why he made that song, they don't care about us. Drew me, sue me.
Boy, he died in 2009. When were these photos taken?
It just
Before
said
that.
2003. What?
This has been going on.
I know it's been going on since like 1980 something.
Yeah, 1990s, early 1990s. Probably late 1980s.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying now, like, I feel like these photos already incriminate.
It just shows that they're all been in the same place.
Yeah. Okay.
So that just kind of puts timelines together of who was who where and things like that.
Fair enough.
And most people that see that stuff, they usually be like, "Oh, he's with them, definitely guilty," you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like most people don't actually do the research, you know, try to look into it.
Well, even like the shit what Candace Owens is doing to try and find out Charlie Kirk's death.
She's kind of tripping, bro. Like she's on it. She was on to something, but then like she started tripping a little bit. So I don't know.
I feel like she started pulling back now because she had the talk with Erica Kirk.
Had to talk. They didn't talk. All she did was look at the camera and
say no.
Stop.
Oh yeah, stop. Yeah.
No, they had a 4-hour conversation.
What was this? Like an actual thing?
Yeah, actual conversation.
Nah.
Was it live streamed or was it just behind the scenes?
No, behind the scenes.
Oh.
So after that, this is what I'm talking about. She really started pulling back and saying, maybe it was wrong of me for blaming people from TPUSA. All this stuff. You didn't see any of that?
No.
This is like her latest rant.
Nah. The last thing I saw from her was like, oh, I'm gonna go MIA for a bit because they're looking to like get me assassinated, so that, and then she went MIA for a bit, and then whatever her name is, Erica Kirk, came out with that video responding to everything she's been saying.
She looked evil as shit.
Anything after that.
Yeah, she looked evil as fuck.
Yeah.
They had a combo, fam.
Yeah, I'm checking right now.
4-hour combo. They're trying to set it up on. I think it was live stream, but somebody backed out last minute, and then
It's probably Erica.
they just did it in person.
Nah, I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't believe that. Don't sound like Candace. So.
Like what I will say is like she did have stuff, but also she kind of like did go off the deep end a few times. So I don't know what to really believe about Candace.
In her first podcast episode, after what she described as a 4.5-hour conversation with Erica Kirk, conservative podcaster Candace Owens said she still does not believe that the person charged with murder for Charlie Kirk's death is solely responsible. Erica Kirk's efforts to tamp down on speculation about her husband's murder have not appeared to dissuade Owens. Candace Owens, one of the nation's most watched personalities, has seen her prominence grow while boosting conspiracy theories and anti-Semitic tropes about Charlie Kirk's death. Owens said her suspicions about certain employees at Turning Point USA, the conservative organizing group Kirk co-founded and where she once worked, hadn't been assuaged by her meeting with Erica Kirk and other Turning Point staffers. Owens heavily implied that she believes Israel had something to do with Kirk's death. This promoted an unsubstantiated theory that Israeli officials have denied, and that some of her critics say is evidence that she is boosting anti-Semitism. Erica Kirk has not commented on their meeting beyond a post on X in which she said, "A very productive conversation" with Owens, and was turning her attention to America Fest, a signature Turning Point event scheduled to feature several top officials in President Donald Trump's administration and conservative influencers. Owens has instead suggested France, Israel, and Egypt might have been involved, that Charlie Kirk was betrayed by people close to him, and that state and federal law enforcement are covering up a bigger crime. Owens' campaign following Kirk's September 10th assassination has driven deep divisions within the MAGA influencer world. Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, and comedian Dave Smith have all defended her to some degree, while Tim Pool and Ben Shapiro have both described Owens' actions as evil, and Nick Fuentes has said she's a narcissist hurting America.
I hate it about the last administration. Their insane desire to start pointless wars around the world. Their total unwillingness to protect this country domestically, to protect the people who live here, to protect the territorial integrity of the country, bringing in tens of millions of people illegally, giving them free stuff the second they get here, making a mockery of citizenship. I hated all of that. I hated all of that. But the thing I hated most was their total unwillingness to answer any question about why they were doing what they were doing, because it was just too insulting. And every single time I would just feel like raising the middle finger and screaming obscenities, which is not an adult response, I'll concede, but that's how I felt. And I think that's really at the heart of why the Epstein thing is so distressing. I mean, the guy was some weird sex freak who was abusing girls. We knew that. But the fact that the U.S. government, the one that I voted for, refused to take my question seriously and instead said, case closed, shut up, conspiracy theorist, was too much for me. And I don't think the rest of us should be satisfied with that. And by the way, let me just say really quickly, because I was so mad about it that I think I found out part of what's going on. I think we are going to find out more. And I think the truth, for whatever it's worth, in case you're interested, is that the DOJ didn't release lots of incriminating sex videos with Epstein and his billionaire pals because they don't have them. They don't have them because when the original search warrant was served, 2007, I think, possibly 2006, I think 7, it was basically designed to protect Epstein. The search warrant was written in such a way to make sure that the feds never got their hands on the actually incriminating evidence. It's another way of saying the cover-up has been going on since 2007, almost 20 years. And so the real question is not, was Jeffrey Epstein a weirdo who was abusing girls? Yes, we can answer that. The real question is, why was he doing this, on whose behalf, and where did the money come from? And those are the questions that need to be answered. And I think it's entirely fair to ask them. And it's not adequate to say anyone who asked them is somehow desecrating the memory of little girls who died in Texas. I'm not going to put up with that answer. I don't care who gives that answer. That is not acceptable. And I think the real answer is Jeffrey Epstein was working on behalf of intel services, probably not American. And we have every right to ask, on whose behalf was he working? How does a guy go from being a math teacher at the Dalton School in the late 70s with no college degree to having multiple airplanes, a private island, and the largest residential house in Manhattan? Where did all the money come from? And no one has ever gotten to the bottom of that because no one has ever tried. And moreover, it's extremely obvious to anyone who watches that this guy had direct connections to a foreign government. Now, no one's allowed to say that that foreign government is Israel because we have been somehow cowed into thinking that that's naughty. There is nothing wrong with saying that. There is nothing hateful about saying that. There's nothing anti-Semitic about saying that. There's nothing even anti-Israel about saying that. I've spent my entire life pretty much in Washington, where I knew and loved a number of people, including one very close person who worked at CIA. That has never prohibited me from saying, I think the CIA has done some horrible things, murdered a bunch of people, participated in the murder of a sitting U.S. president. It's got a whole trail of crimes. That doesn't make me a disloyal American. It doesn't make me anti-American in any sense. I was born here. My family's been here for hundreds of years. I love this country. That's why I live here. So criticizing the behavior of a government agency does not make you a hater. It makes you a free person. It makes you a citizen. You're allowed to do that because you're not a slave. You're a citizen. And you have a right to expect that your government will not act against your interests, and you have a right to demand that foreign governments not be allowed to act against your interests. That's not creepy. It shouldn't be forbidden. And yet all of us have trained ourselves to believe that you can't say that somehow, that that's like too naughty and forbidden. And the effect of making that off limits has been to create a lot of resentment, and I'll say it, hate online. where people feel like they can't just say, like, what the hell is this? You have the former Israeli prime minister living in your house. You have had all this contact with the foreign government. Were you working on behalf of Mossad? Were you running a blackmail operation on behalf of foreign government? By the way, every single person in Washington, D.C. thinks that. I've never met anyone who doesn't think that. I don't know any of them that hate Israel, but no one feels they can say that. Why? And I think the longer that we play along with it, the more subterranean and creepy and hateful the conversation actually becomes. So I think it's better just to say it right out loud. Did this happen? And of course, that question has been asked to the government of Israel, and their answer is, we're not going to tell you. And I think our answer should be, no. As long as we're sending you money, if you were committing crimes on our soil, we have an absolute right to know, did you do this or not? And yet everybody has been so brainwashed.
See? And they won't even let us know if they really did 9/11.
But it's like already known, you know?
Yeah, but we still want to get those files released.
Remember they stopped it?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, files of
Yeah,
they
had
stopped
files
it.
for JFK too.
Yeah, those are the ones, the main ones, because it had a lot of involvement about Israel, and then like George Bush, I think it was?
Not George Floyd.
George Floyd is crazy. George Bush. George Bush, yeah.
Like, they're out here just hiding. They're hiding so much shit. And the day shit gets released, even in Canada. Canada is so, like, they try to make it seem like their propaganda is that everyone in Canada's happy. But once they actually start releasing shit that they be doing on the lows, if they ever do it, because they're so hush-hush about shit, it's going to be crazy. Because they be murdering people. They be kidnapping kids. Like, over this year, there's been over 120 black kids disappearing, eh?
I heard about it.
Isn't it through, like, also through, like, the where, like, they help the kids, supposedly?
Yeah.
Like, what's that thing
It's
called?
some weird shit.
Help the kid?
You know, like
that
child services type of thing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to that.
Yes.
That's what they usually do the trafficking through. That's what, like, a lot of kids through child services go missing.
Supposedly they're trying to use them for organs.
Yeah.
That's what meat is.
Yeah.
So they murk you and piece up your body. I store it in some organ.
A cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they're so eager to, like, whenever a man wants to, like, you know, smoke himself, they're just so eager to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't even want to help them, you know. They just want to say, okay, bet.
I was for it in the beginning.
What, me?
Yeah.
Really?
Because, like, if you don't want to be here anymore, like, just it's good. So then it's like it's easier said than done. Especially because, like, if you have, like, Bell's palsy, no, not Bell's palsy. What did Tony Hawkins have? ALS.
Stephen Hawking. Tony. This guy's thinking of Tony Hawk, bro. This guy's thinking of Tony Hawk, bro.
Yeah, no Stephen Hawking.
Wheelchair. You had ALS, right?
I think so, yeah. I think that's what it was, ALS. Yeah, the way that the more mans were doing the challenge and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah. He did. I think he did have that, yeah.
When you have something
he was freak, bro.
Supposedly, but I don't know how you could be a fucking real.
Apparently, he liked watching, like, midgets and stuff do weird shit. Like, yeah, he's a freak.
They're always a freak. The weirder they look, the harder. This guy's gonna be nasty.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Once you just get the taste, once you get the taste, bro, it's over.
Of like a pie of that cake.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
This is why you zip up your pants, mate.
This is why my pants has no zipper, mate.
When it's pulled up all the time.
I'm a lowrider.
Yeah. I keep it to myself.
Huh?
I keep it to myself.
He's a bot. Come on.
Keep it to myself.
But yes, I don't know, but I really wonder if America's still gonna be America the next 100 years.
100 years.
No, I don't think
America's
so.
100 years.
Yeah.
Right now they're the longest, like, power
Empire.
Yeah.
250 years.
About that, yeah. So I think it lasts like 300 years. 350.
The time was supposed to be up 50 years ago.
No, but I think they're at like the low 200s. Because
It's literally 250.
Really?
I I think so.
Search it up, check DVD.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty good. Pretty good time.
So as a global empire, they probably have another 125 years. 100
Yeah.
years? Yeah, 100 years are cooked. 75 years are cooked.
Yeah, so it's still got quite a bit of time.
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit of time, yeah, to the fuckery and everything.
Because even when Trump was doing all that bullshit, the dollar didn't drop as much as we really wanted it to drop. So England still has to go down before the USA.
Oh yeah, England has, it's it's running out of time.
Running out of time.
Yeah, it's running out of time, bro.
As soon as Queen Elizabeth died, I'm like, okay, the empire's gone. Like that.
Yeah, that guy Prince Charles is nothing, to be honest with you.
He's demonic as hell. See that painting?
Yeah, the red one with him. Yeah, it's stupid fucking
I
demonic.
know for a fact it's children's blood.
Bro.
But next topic, we have the crash out of the week.
yeah.
Crash.
Why can't we?
Super graphic.
No, it's graphic.
Man got run over
Dude,
fast.
you don't even see him getting run over. You just hear it. No, you don't. What are you talking about?
No, play the video.
Play the video. Don't listen to that guy.
You have the crackhead here.
I thought it would be okay.
Did you even watch it?
Yeah, I did.
This is what happens when you test. You fuck around. You're gonna find out.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Freaking crazy, dog.
He really fucked around. But he probably didn't even die, to be honest. Like that looked like so.
Nah, apparently what happened was the guy's sister
Is he dead?
is saying that the guy's in a wheelchair and not asking for money for him.
Oh, good.
And like, but the thing is, what I will say is that guy is like the guy who got run over is like he's been doing this for a bunch of streamers.
It
And
looks like freaking
Mickey Mace.
no, this what's the Island Boy?
Oh.
yeah, with like the cut, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Those
It's just
Chichi boys.
another Puerto Rican. Yeah, those guys are.
So fruity.
It's so crazy. Like they get so angry when you call them out for it. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't like to judge babies, but have you seen their kid?
They have kids?
He has a kid. Looks like an alien, bro. That woman, that girl he was with, she drank. Well, she was you could see. She her her baby looks like an alien. And that's not. I'm not saying. It's just to bring awareness that you shouldn't be drinking while you're pregnant. Because you're gonna have like a little, weird looking baby. Like, and it's not. I'm not trying to diss, But yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything like. Obviously, not good to run a man over, but like, yeah, you can't be doing this to mans, bro. Some mans will just do things,
Oh.
Yeah, you see? I'm telling you.
No way.
She was drinking while she was in. Look.
Oh shit, looks like Krishan's baby.
Christian baby.
Wow.
She 100% drank too. Yeah. And he gets mad when mans call his baby ugly.
That's an ugly baby for real. I'm about to show you guys. Now.
Do you see that?
That's an ugly ass baby.
See, I wasn't lying, bro. I wasn't talking shit, bro.
Shit. After editing, we'll post it up for you guys to see it.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like that's just to bring awareness, man. You should not be drinking when you're having a baby.
I wonder what the girl looks like.
She looks alright. Well, she looks like a normal human being,
You never seen Krishan Rock video?
He looks special too. Not as much, not as bad as that.
Version of what you just showed.
No, no. That baby looks a little more fucked up.
It looks just as bad, bro.
It just looks slow in the face, Which is bad to say, but yeah, it's not that best.
Yeah, it gives what are those actress singers? Chloe.
Nah, it's not that.
Oh,
Yeah.
like the
eyes.
Candace Owens has like the
Yeah.
separated yeah.
But it looks like the dude actually has a filter on him. Okay, this one's not as bad.
I'm telling you, he's not that bad.
So
You were
not as bad,
you were
so
dissing,
maybe I was
right?
overreacting.
Yeah, you were
Maybe I was
dissing.
overreacting.
He does look a little slow, but like not that bad.
I'm scared to have a child. Yo, my child comes out ugly, fam. I might have to leave.
Just make sure like the wife is, you know, doesn't look bad, you know.
Well, yeah, my girls don't look sexy. That's the scary part.
Usually, so there you go.
Usually when you have two good-looking parents, the child comes out ugly. It's usually when you have two ugly parents that the child is somewhat good-looking. You take that in, right? Like,
pull up, man.
Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you, yo. Give me a good-looking anyway.
Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. They're supposed to be like really good-looking. But they don't have any babies of themselves, right? They just adopted like weirdos. Yeah.
But look, I'll put up their Brad Pitt's parents. Brad Pitt's.
Watch you see monsters, bro. Who else is conventionally attractive? No pause. I mean, super pause on that.
They look normal.
Yeah, they look normal. Well, they're not crazy attractive. They look like regular people.
Looks like normal ass people.
You know the boxer Anthony Joshua?
There's not much photos of them though.
Search up the boxer Anthony Joshua.
Oh my god, you sound like those girls.
No, because that's what they recently were saying. Remember?
Anthony.
It was going crazy about that shit. So
Joshua.
I want to see.
Like him or his parents?
His parents, of course, not him. I don't want to see him. I don't care about that guy. Although the only thing I do care is how he boxed the big Jake Paul too. Karmic balance.
That's his mama.
I mean, it looks like Anthony Joshua.
The nose, yeah.
The nose, yeah. The only thing, to be honest.
But what are we trying to prove here?
That ugly parents make pretty children.
Well, Katie stole me. Okay. I'm sorry.
I don't know why I don't have this.
What's it supposed to be? No, we could be here all day though. Like
honestly,
like I can't think of anybody that's actually attractive, but like Halle Berry or I just love these two, Halle Berry and Jessica Alba. Just these two superheroes, bro. When I was a kid. You're not gonna agree with him? Storm?
huh?
Storm?
Never watched it.
What? Jessica Alba, Invisible Woman? No way, you never. Fantastic Four, The X-Men, you never watched that shit?
Mom.
This guy's so intrigued.
I mean, I have to, bro. Like these, like you know, like when you remember when you're,
cute.
yeah, like when you were a kid, bro. Like you're telling me you didn't like these women?
I never watched it. I didn't really care.
No, you weren't like that. You just wanted like, you just like the plot.
You never watched it though.
Oh, really? No,
I thought you
X-Men.
said you watched like you watched the Marvel cinematic.
Nah, everyone. Like the main ones, I watched a couple mutants. I never like Magneto. I've never heard of that guy. I've never heard of Superman.
What?
I heard of the X-Men.
What did you watch when you were a kid?
Oh, regular
Arthur?
Hulk.
To be moon.
I thought we were talking about Marvels.
That's what you watched growing up, man.
Okay.
It's a banger show.
Those were fire too, bro.
They were stuff.
Answer your pants at 12 a.m. He doesn't know about that.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
Exactly.
No, I don't. I
He
told
doesn't
you.
know about that. That's real ball.
That's real ball.
That's real ball, fam. You don't know Lou and Molly, dog. You don't know about that, dog.
Who?
Lou and Molly.
Lunette and Molly, isn't that the couch? No.
Big comfy couch, man. Y'all don't know about that, man.
Clean up.
Yeah, come on,
Everybody
man.
everywhere, clean up.
I never heard of that.
Yeah, man, but real talk, like, I never really watched, like, most of the mutants. Storm, Phoenix, none of those guys, man.
No, I was just talking about like mans that like I've never seen in my life.
Lunette the clown, I had a crush on her. She was a cutie.
No, I've never seen that in my life. No, but I was just talking about like, you know, like, cause like he's talking about attractive people, right? And like the only thing that came up to my mind were like the two that like when I was a kid I had a crush on were Halle Berry and Jessica Alba. Till this day, Jessica Alba, bro.
Jessica Alba.
So bad.
even like if you look at the Kardashians, like they're.
But the Kardashian, she was alright when pre-surgery, she was alright.
Yeah, exactly. Like
was Kris Jenner?
He was a handsome guy, yeah. And they made some ugly.
No, Kris Jenner. Not Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce and Chris, they were
regular
good looking
people.
No, they were good looking.
They looked regular.
I think they looked regular. Chris was regular.
They looked regular.
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, this might be some crazy, but Chris looks better now than she did before.
She looks the same too. To be honest, it's just makeup.
She's not that bad.
And
but then again, I don't think I've ever seen her without makeup.
what's that thing called again?
That thing, Bruce?
No,
this was
no.
her.
No.
That was her at 23.
Let me see.
That's Chris?
At 23.
Yeah, she just regular one.
She uses adrenochroma makeup. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, they're alright.
That was her and Bruce. And remember, white people age quickly, fam.
Yeah, they look alright.
Relax, guys. Why do you think everything has to be so serious? We would have talked about some bullshit we didn't know nothing about, fam. You guys out here bitching.
No, I don't know. I just am not here. Because I don't relate to this.
Well, I never had a question on anybody, like when you were younger? Never?
Nah, I wouldn't say never, but like.
Guys on this high horse, fam.
The
Protestant.
What? You don't do anything without the denomination. What? Yeah.
Anyways, next topic I got. Mark Carney just announced another, what, $2.5 billion to Ukraine. So more of a waste of money.
Mm-hmm.
Let's watch the vid.
We provided military assistance, further military assistance. We're announcing today further economic assistance for Ukraine. $2.5 billion worth of economic assistance that helps unlock financing from the IMF, from the World Bank, from the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development to begin this process of rebuilding. We have an important bilateral meeting and then a meeting virtually with our colleagues from the Coalition of the Willing. We provided military assistance, further military assistance. We're announcing today further economic assistance for Ukraine. $2.5 billion worth of economic assistance.
Yeah, us again, it's a waste of money.
It's just a long scheme. They have these on.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like a while back when they first started giving the money to him, it came out that he bought a house and 2 yachts. Yeah.
But.
And it doesn't help that he's also Jewish. So you know.
Yeah, I don't know why you keep giving this guy attention, fam. Like Russia's gonna win. Like if Russia really wanted to just end it, they could have just done it.
They could have just done it.
They're just toying with him at this point.
It makes zero fucking sense.
What are you reading, boss?
I was just reading out here.
It's okay, you get no.
Yeah, no, nobody can see that, bro. Only you can.
Shit!
They're just praying.
Oh shit!
Like, let that man do his thing.
Holy. Anyways, I think that was it.
Well, I mean, the only two things that we have is like Jake Paul finally got his, his
ass beat.
Man,
this was the first real fight he ever had, fam.
I will say this. Look, like I said, I believe in like karmic balance because finally he had his high. Now this is his low. But you have to give it to him.
90 mil, fam.
Yeah, but you have to give it to him though. He took a full-on punch from Anthony Joshua and didn't get knocked out. And Francis Ngannou got knocked the fuck out. And he's
surprising.
He's a real heavyweight.
Yeah, he's a real heavyweight. I used to love using that guy in UFC. This nigga would tower over everyone.
Yeah, he's a monster.
His reach is like fucking 2 trucks. Yo.
Yeah.
That guy, they did a test and he literally punches as strong as like getting hit
at Fort Escort. Yeah. Fort Escort. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, and he got knocked out by him. And Jake Paul took a shot, broken jaw, which is crazy.
In 2 places, yo.
Yeah. And then it has like metal plates right here.
You trying to go to court with it? Saying that.
Court.
Yeah. After the fight, basically saying, "Yo, Anthony Joshua went off script."
That's it.
No, that's it.
You sure?
First of all, if you didn't admit of it being a script with Mike Tyson, you think it would be a script with this shit?
Mike Tyson.
It was a script.
Mike Tyson came out and said it was a script. He said, "Nah, no, I just fought for the money." He did.
Yeah, he fought for the money.
Yeah.
But he didn't admit to it being a script. Saying like, "Oh, I'll come out of retirement for the money because the money's too good," is different. Like it's like John Jones taking the opportunity to fight at the White House for the money, knowing he may not win.
Yeah, he's not getting that.
Yeah.
He's not getting that. Dana White's not trusting him anymore.
Yeah.
He's not getting that shit. He's not getting it.
The man said, "Yeah, I'll do it." Or he said he'll do it, right? And
he said he'll do it, yeah.
Oh well, a few weeks.
But Dana, no. Like the thing is, how it started is, he was supposed to fight this other heavyweight called whoa. Fuck, what's his name? Tom Aspinall, right? Tom Aspinall, and he was ducking and bear, and like he said, yeah, he's gonna fight. Did a verbal agreement and everything like that, almost more than a year, and then just backed out and retired. And then now he's trying to get back to the white guard. He's saying, "I'm sorry, Dana, for playing with you and stuff like that." So he's trying to get that part. Yeah.
When you retire, you retire with your belt?
Yeah, he retires with his belt. Yeah.
Okay, that's annoying.
Yeah. So like I used to think he was the sickest guy, but
he's still a sick guy.
I will say he is a good fighter. It's just that like, if I'm putting it, like making a list of good fighters that were on steroids, then 100% is a top man. Yeah. He's a top man. He was on steroids many times.
Really?
Bro, there was even a story where like a bunch of men even like testified. They were literally, USADA, which was a testing pool, came and he hid under a ring for almost more than a day. Well, not at least like a whole day under that. He even pissed under the ring because he was hiding from USADA to avoid a test. He he faced this guy 2 times called Daniel Cormier. He got tested positive for steroids, like bare times. Like he's cheated quite a bit, and then there's his like his his own personal life, like smoking his wife, not smoking her, but to the point that his daughter's calling the cops.
Really?
In front of crashes onto someone, and the pregnant woman runs from the scene, comes back just to get his drugs, and then runs again. And he's also this is what I say, he's a crazy guy.
I thought Rampage was crazy. Nah, this guy is crazy.
He's a monster. And the thing is, mans are saying that it all makes sense because he might be hiding in the closet.
They're always gay, man.
They are. He does a lot.
So much testosterone that shit turns to estrogen.
But the thing is, like, one time he tested positive. He tested bare times positive. That he one time he tested like having lower test levels than a castrated male. That's how much the steroids has fucked him up. Wow. Yeah.
So that it's not reversible, is it?
No, you have to you can't start it back up, but you have to jump start it because of how much steroids he's been on. His body no longer produces it. That's why he looks as a heavyweight. He looks kind of instead of looking lean, he looks fat. Yeah.
As you're right, man. I found the video was fake. Looking for it the whole time.
Yeah, Jake Paul would never admit to it. That's his money gone, This was his legit first real fight.
Yeah, it was legit.
But technically, I can't call it his real fight because he was fighting above his weight class. I really want him to fight.
I will give it to him though. Yeah. I will give it to him. No, his first real fight I would say is Tommy Fury, which it was that one fighter. He still lost, but it was I guess it was back and forth. It was competitive,
I guess.
If anything, it made Tommy Fury look bad.
I still give Anthony Joshua a script. You just didn't want to follow it.
No, I don't think so, bro. I don't, because if there was an actual script where he beat Anthony Joshua, then it's undeniable that it's his whole script. It's undeniable. You can't. No. If
Francis Mike Tyson, bro, it's possible.
The thing is, I don't believe in that. He's old, man.
If you want that, the PR would have gone crazy, man.
Because think about this. The only thing that maybe wants to I want to say that it's actually real. Or it was a scripted is because Mike Tyson kept biting his gloves, trying to hold back. Hold back. Yeah, that's the only thing that I'll give, man. But no. But another fighter that lost which crazy to me. So I defended him because I defend innocent mans, right? I never believe bitches, but I believe mans. Andrew Tate got his ass beat. Oh my gosh, he got his ass beat by Chase the board. Complete bum. Complete bum. Nah, bro.
Cause I even saw one of his past fights, and this guy could not fight for shit.
No,
this
he
guy
can't.
was frailing his arms.
Yeah, he was like going back, like this, jumping back, looking away. Like, come on, bro. No, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, boxing would be fun though.
Dog, we gotta be big enough just at least one of us to get into the misfits.
Yeah.
Get a Zeman there, bro.
Yeah, get
You're a good fighter.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Dog, if I could.
Why do we have to reach fight, fam?
When you get punched in the face, you'll have it.
As in trust. When you get punched in the face one time,
you'll
know who you are.
No, I didn't.
What did you do?
I cried.
Did you turn the other cheek? Oh.
I cried and told the teacher, he punched me in my face.
Well,
You know what the guy did?
Punch you again?
No. Like, Azim, you're a buddy, I shouldn't have punched you.
Who? Who did this to
I'm
you?
not gonna tell you who. It's a while ago.
Stop it.
No, man.
Okay.
Well, that was another story, too.
He did too?
Yeah.
So you're just taking punching your face.
Yeah, man. Just
Man's been turning the other cheek all the time. He's been doing it.
I got punched in my face once. Burn Niner. No.
Oh.
By I was getting Niner. So me and this guy.
You got 9. That's what I thought was gonna happen to me, bro.
Because in grade
know
7, this guy tried to fight me and he was in grade 8, but I was bigger than him and I held my own. I fucked him up. And then 2 years later go by and I end up going to the high school he's at, and he sees me, and the first thing he does is like, "Oh, you remember blah blah blah," and boom, right in my jaw. And I was so surprised. I'm like, "What?" And I didn't do nothing. Right? I was like,
You, it's one of those like you got punched. It's like, did I really just happen?
Yeah.
Okay. When I first, bro, when I first moved to this country, I was learning the language, right? And I was hanging out with this guy. I remember his name, Lucas, a white Italian guy. His dad apparently passed away, and I didn't know, right? So I'm like, yes, he's like, I don't know, we're having an argument, whatever, but like an adult argument. And I'm like, I don't care about you. I don't care what you're doing. He's like, you don't care about me. I'm like, yeah, I don't care about you. He's like, you don't care about my family? No, I don't care about your family. You don't care about my dad? No, I don't care about your dad. And after that, punch in my face. But the thing is, it's like, bro, everything went black and I was just standing there. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, he was there and then he wasn't there anymore. And then a man pulled up on me. He's like, yo, you okay? I'm like, what? What do you mean I'm okay? Like, I didn't know what the fuck was happening. Like, I'm telling you, bro, just happened, you know?
Yeah, it just happens, yeah. I'm like, next time I have to defend myself.
Yeah, like really, for real, honestly, since that day, bro, I have to. I can't stand back anymore, no.
Can't. Never back down, never what?
It's Azim, bro.
Yeah.
There you go, there you go. See, Azim? See, you got it, bro. Misfits.
I can't even lie, so I remember one time freaking, he had this little skateboard, right? So I was getting ready to walk home with my sister, right? And this guy, all of a sudden, runs his skateboard over my foot and like tries to ride his skateboard away. So I'm like, bro, where you going? I grabbed him. I grabbed him, right? I was very angry at the time, but I'm like, what are you doing? You don't see me walking, bro? So I swung at him.
Oh, yeah?
I swung at him, fam.
I always think about that as you.
Pumped my man on the ground, bro. I'm walking away. All of a sudden, I feel something swing right in my face. Whoa, what's going on? Let's turn around, grab you. I grabbed you. I said, yo, what are you doing, bro? And I said, yo, you're weird messing with me, and I dropped off my skateboard. I'm like, bro, you see me walking, fam. So I just threw him on the ground and walked away, bro. The next day, I said, yo, Azim, I'm so sorry for you riding the skateboard.
Build up from a rep, fam. He was a big dog. Yeah.
Yo,
I was flexing on
That's nice. So, then again, nobody really,
got hurt.
bothered me like that. Because I never bothered anybody.
Yeah, after that, nothing happened until like way after, yeah.
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 So.
I should do a better job of bothering you. Okay. Is that all the tabs you went through?
Yes, sir.
Well, you know what time it is. It's the best time of the night when we say goodbye. Arrivederci. Aloha. Saranara. Bye, Felicia. And all the other sayings. Make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe. Because we're still going to do that raffle when we hit that 500 subscribers. He's going to pay for it. He's going to put his PS5 on the line.
Holy.
He's going to put his PS5 on the line. And they're going to give it away to 2 lucky homeless dudes.
Homeless people don't need.
Homeless people with no TV.
They need entertainment. They're going to set it up in the coffee shop.